Stretching action.
Hi, I'm April Plank with Interactive Exercise by Medi-Weightloss, and this is a stretching routine that you can do at the end of each and every run that you may be doing. So I'm going to start with the chair and use that chair for assistance. You can also hold onto the wall, or if your balance is really good, you can just do these in the center of the room. So I'm going to face my chair, just bring one leg behind my back, grab my shoelaces, and come into a nice quad stretch. So you should be feeling this stretch in the front of your leg that's bent. To make this stretch even more, you can kind of push your shoelaces into your hand, pull the abdominals in, and just find a comfortable position. We're going to be holding each of our stretches about 20 seconds. Good rule of thumb is about 15 to 30 when you're working out on your own. So let's go ahead and switch other side. So from this exercise, we're going to go into a calf stretch. So just step one foot back and then lean forward into your chair or onto the wall. And this is a great stretch to stretch the entire back of the back leg. Your calves, especially if you're running a lot of hills, are going to get really tight. So it's very important that we stretch those out when you're done running. We'll go ahead and switch to the other side, stepping that foot forward, stepping the other foot back, and then sinking right into your stretch. So we've got our quads a little bit loosened up, our hamstrings. The next thing we're going to work on are the outer thighs and glutes. So take one leg, cross it above the knee, not right on the knee, but just right above it, and sit right back as if you were sitting into a chair. So if you're anything like me, you get really tight in your hips when you're running, so this is one of my favorite stretches to work that area out. And we're going to actually do another stretch later on that will work this as well. In a lying down position. Very, very frequent that runners do get tight hips from all that motion, so you want to make sure that you're stretching this area a lot. Go ahead and switch sides, bring the other leg up, and then just sit yourself back into that stretch. Now you do not want to feel any of these stretches at a joint. What you do want to be feeling is that the entire belly of the muscle is feeling stretched. But if you feel anything with the knee, then I would go ahead and omit this exercise or modify it to a position you do not feel anything in the knee. And from here we're going to face the side of the chair. You're going to cross that outside leg over, and you're going to reach the outside arm up, and then just lean in towards the chair. And this stretches the entire side, but specifically down through the IT band. And the IT band is a whole band of connective tissue from the hip to the knee that tends to get really tight in runners, cyclists, anyone who's doing a lot of knee bending action and repetitive motion. Very important that we stretch this area as well. Good. I'm going to turn around and show you the other side. So again, outside leg crosses over, outside arm goes up, and then you just lean into the chair. And then come on up. From here you can step away from the chair. We're just going to be using the mat, coming down to the mat. So I'm going to step back with one foot, come down to my knee, and then bring this front foot out forward so that I can lean forward and start to release my hips. So this is going to stretch the front We did already get the quad, but it's going to be more into the hip flexor, a little bit higher than the quad. So try to really sink and feel that stretch right through the hip flexor. You can use your hands here on the knee for support and just gently look out towards the front of the room. Nice job. From here, you're going to gently switch so you can come up, come to the other knee, bring the other leg in front of you, and then just start to lean yourself forward. Now, even though you're leaning forward, make sure your upper body stays upright and up to the ceiling. Your abdominals stay engaged so that you're not feeling any pressure or pain in the low back at all. Nice job. We're going to make our way down even farther onto the mat. So you're going to come all the way into a seated position, and we're going to go into a runner stretch. So you're going to take one leg into the opposite inner thigh, and then just spin your torso so that you're parallel facing that leg, and then you're going to reach and extend over the leg. Maybe you touch the foot. If the foot's too far away, just grab anywhere on the leg. The important thing is that your chest is reaching forward and you're not just rounding out. This is a really great stretch in the glute, in the inner thigh, in the hamstring, all of those muscles that you just used on your run. Now before we go on to the other side, since we're already here, we're going to do another stretch on this side, and then we'll do both of them on the other leg. So pull that same knee into your chest, turn and place your hand behind you, hold on to this leg, just give it a nice hug, and then just rotate your spine and look to the back. If you need a bigger, deeper stretch, take the arm on the outside of the knee and use that pressure of the knee and the arm together to facilitate your stretch. And then you can slowly unwind, coming back to the front. Taking that leg you just worked out, and we'll repeat those two stretches on the other side. So bring the foot into the inner thigh, spin the torso so it's right over your leg, shoulders back, heart lifted, and just extend forward, reaching for the toes or for the shin or wherever your hands may fall. And then we'll go ahead and come all the way up, going into that twist. So bring the leg in, sit up tall, bring your arm behind you, take the opposite arm. You can either, again, do that option one where you hold on and twist, option two where you bring the arm to the outside and twist a little bit deeper. We'll make our way down even farther onto the mat. You're going to lie all the way back. Take one leg up to the ceiling. And you're going to grab behind your hamstring or grab behind your calf and pull that leg in. It's a little easier to keep your opposite foot grounded. If you want a little more challenge, you can extend the leg out straight. If that puts any pressure in the back at all, then I would come back to this first starting position. If you flex your foot a little bit, you're going to still get a nice stretch through the calf, and pulling that leg in, you get a nice stretch through the hamstring. Go ahead and pull that knee into the chest and bring it back down. We'll switch sides, bringing your opposite leg up, extend it, flex the foot, pull with the hamstring or pull with your calf. Again, stay with this leg bent or extend your opposite leg out and reach it long along the floor. And then go ahead and bring that leg in. And we'll take that leg that was straight and bring it over. So you're crossing it above your knee, right at the thigh. And if you feel stretch here, you can stay here. For a little bit deeper challenge, you're going to lift the legs in towards your chest. And you can take your hands, interlace them under the leg and bring it all the way in. This is that other glute stretch that I told you about. So we did one that was very similar to the standing. This one may be a little bit more accessible and feel more comfortable. So you may decide to do this one twice instead of that standing one that we did earlier. And then we'll go ahead and switch to that other side. So you can switch legs, bringing the opposite leg on top, staying here if this is comfortable. If you need a little more stretch, pulling it in, grab behind the hamstrings, and find your range of motion. And after one more deep exhale, you can slowly release your legs and you can just roll over onto your side and help yourself all the way up. We're going to go ahead and come to a forward bend, so just extend the legs out in front of you. Reach your arms to the ceiling, nice long length through the spine, and then just extend forward over the legs. So your hands can grab the feet, they can grab on the sides of the legs or just onto the mat. Think of your sternum pressing and extending forward towards your toes. And gaze down, let your head relax. And you can slowly come up. And hopefully after that you feel nice and stretched. Make sure you go onto the Signature Patient website and log your workouts and find all kinds of other exercises and workouts to meet your needs.